What's up everybody, Chris Murray here, back again with another video. This time I'm going to be talking about why I think it's important for you to give your work away for free. What? Now don't get all bent out of shape. I don't mean give all your work away for free, and I don't certainly mean to work for free, and I don't certainly mean to undercut the market so that you drive our rates down to near nothing and no one gets paid for quality work and now kind of screws the whole system up. That's not what I'm talking about at all. What I'm talking about is being willing to donate personal work out there for the world. Now why would you do that? Let's say I go and film a bunch of drone footage. Now I could go and take this drone footage and just try to hustle it off, which is fine. Or I can reach out to accounts and start pitching my drone footage to them. Now, what would these accounts do with my drone footage? I know right away you're probably already thinking, well, great, they could buy my drone footage. Sure, but where are you really in your career? I think this is an important thing to think about. You see this with photographers, they put watermarks all over their images, even though when they're just starting out and they're just images of like a plant in their backyard or their family or friend's party. And there's watermarks all over the place as if they're worried about people are gonna steal these images. And what they don't see, or they're not thinking about, is that they're being very protective of their work, which is good, but they don't have any exposure, so I'm not sure who is gonna take this work when you don't have anybody seeing it. How do we fix that problem? You may say, well, that's a whole other issue. We shouldn't give our work away for free for that. Not necessarily, because exposure is currency. Now remember that, exposure is currency in today's age. If you're not relevant on Instagram, but you're a photographer, it's hard to balance the two in today's new world of social media. If you are a comedian, Twitter's a great platform to just test out that comedy with everyday life. Just kind of give some free throwaways, build up a following. Instagram story is a great way to show your videos. Instagram in general is also a great way to show your video work. Outside of YouTube, YouTube is one avenue, but that's not everything. So you need exposure for people to see your work, to create and generate a demand, which allows you to then start charging for your work because you're wanted. Supply and demand. You may have infinite supply with no demand. I don't know why you're gonna charge a bunch of money. It's simple business, right? I wanted to say simple economics, but I didn't think too hard enough to put that together, and I just went with business because it's a blanket term, even though it's not what this is about. So what are ways we could gain exposure, and how do we give our work away for free without kind of getting screwed, and why this benefits? So for instance, there's a site called Unsplash. It is a site that takes curated photos and shares them with anyone for free. Well, why would this site do that? Well, we're doing it. We are curating images, putting it out there for the world, and they're free. If you want to build a website and you need some high quality imagery of the ocean or Arizona or like whatever, you could go on Unsplash, find high quality images that real professionals and non-professionals are putting out there for free. Now, why would you do that? Exposure, building community. I posted a bunch of photos from me working on film sets. I've had over 7 to 8 million views of my photos. I've had my photos over 25,000 times downloaded, which means 25,000 people have downloaded my photos to their personal spaces. For what? Just because they thought it was a sick photo? Maybe they wanted it for a phone background. Maybe they want to use it on their website. Or maybe these are companies who are posting it on sponsored posts on Instagram or on their websites or on their ad campaigns. Why would that benefit? Because they're using photos of me. Now, am I tagged? Not necessarily. I mean, you prefer to be tagged, of course. So I have all that Unsplash exposure. But now, I constantly have people reaching out to me about all the photos they see of me out there, and I'm starting to build exposure. My Instagram's building exposure. I'm taking more seriously as a professional because people are seeing my work out there and seeing me out there, my face, which kind of ties it in. So this is my way of gaining exposure personality-wise to kind of build my image, not only as a professional cinematographer or photographer, but as public figure. which is, I think, essential nowadays as well in a social media space. You see the trends now where we have public figures who are also amazing photographers, who are also amazing videographers. Sure, their primary focus was photography or was videography or was cinematography or was editing, but they went to these social platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, what have you, Snapchat, it's still alive, Facebook, and became public figures to share their knowledge, to share their wealth, to share their work. I'm not saying their work wasn't being seen, but let's say your work. You buy a camera today, you shoot things that are amazing. How's anybody gonna see it? How's anybody gonna hire you? Sure, you can apply. Exposure. You gain followers. You gain an audience. How do you gain an audience? You give. You can't expect anybody to just, oh, you bought a camera and you put out a piece of work and you want stock footage? Here, take my money. Like, you have to earn respect, you have to earn an audience, you have to bring value. And your work alone isn't enough value per se. Now, I'm not trying to be negative here. I'm not trying to say everybody sucks and they should just give their work away for free because they're not worth a damn. Not the case at all. If you're starting out and you're trying to build a business, build a financial stability platform out of filmmaking, out of photography, out of creating, you need, in today's age, you need exposure, you need an audience. You build that by value, you build that by giving. You give, give, give. Once you give value, people are willing to give back if they feel they receive value from you. So for instance, if these YouTube videos, I don't make money off of them. I do them because I want to bring value to my audience. I want to bring value to others. I hear things, I see things, I experience things, I learn things, and my personality is I just want to share it, share it with everybody so we could all build and grow. I'm not looking for anything in return for doing this. But by doing this, I build an audience and I'm able to build a network of people that can see who I am, what I know, how I portray myself, etc. And maybe one day, after they start respecting who I am, after they respect my work, after they respect what I do, then they start saying, oh, I like this guy as a person, I like his work, he's awesome, I've been following him for a while. You keep building, you keep giving value, build, build, build. And then one day, maybe people are constantly asking, I love how you grade that, I love how you do that. Oh, I love all the videos you put out, I love all the stuff you put out. How do you do that? What camera are you using? Are you color grading your own footage? Are you putting out LUTs? Oh yeah, no, I do have a special LUT. I would love that LUT. I would pay you $10 for that LUT that you used. Yeah, absolutely. I'll do some work because this is work. We can't give everything away for free. It takes time out of our schedule to do what we do. That's fine. Yeah, I'll put a LUT out for $10 and then now people want it. They asked for it. You didn't force anything down anybody's throats. You build the audience, you provide the value, and everything else will fall into place, I promise. And for you guys out there that are just here for the ride, don't worry, I got a red here sitting on it. It's not about a red, this video, but I have it here. So I made the video. This lighting is not too complex for this one. I'm kind of not in a rush, but I'm in the middle of things and I haven't really been back to my place for a little while. And I noticed the last couple videos I've been doing like in my bedroom and I want to bring it back out to the living room like I used to. And I had like 15 minutes and I was like, all right, I'll whip out the camera. I actually am trying the 24-105 Mark II f4 lens for the first time, so we'll see how the quality is of this. And I just like took a light and threw it right up here, just 1-point lighting, with a softbox just blasting on me. It took like 10 minutes to set up this entire thing. Let me try and sum all this up because I kind of swerve all over the path here when I try to explain things, and I may or may not have fallen off track. So let's say you have 15 people you've worked with, or 15 people that know that you do cinematography professionally, and out of those 15 people, maybe 3 people can recommend or have any connection, or your name comes up to passing your name off for a job. And out of those 3 people, maybe 1 is able to get you a gig on a production. Not too bad. You keep the system flowing, you'll get work every now and then. Now imagine if you had an audience of 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 300,000 people. Out of that 300,000 people, there's at least 5,000 that specifically are probably related to your career field. And out of those 5,000, they have audiences. Hey, looking for a DP in Philadelphia. Hey, looking for a DP in New York. Someone posts it, they see it on their page. Oh, I know an awesome DP that I follow in New York. Maybe he's available. I'll just pass the info on. Exposure is currency. Exposure is currency. That's what I'm getting at on this entire video. The money is important, of course. We all have to eat, we all have to pay rent. I get all that. And keep applying and doing your professional work. But do not shortcome your career by avoiding exposure, by avoiding social media. Now the next question is, how do you build your social media account? I could do a whole other video on that. How to build your Instagram. I've done one before, but algorithms changed and the video, I'm sure, does not apply exactly the same way, but there are ways to build your Instagram. I have a few videos up my sleeve here. I could do a video on this lens. I guess this is kind of a test. I'm like heavy shadowed, I'm sure, because of my hat, because the lighting's a little... It's just 1 point. Well, thank you so much for watching another video by me. I hope you gained some value out of this one. I hope this makes you think a little bit differently, and I hope you realize that exposure is currency. So please like, comment, subscribe. If you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, please tell me why or what I should be doing better. If you have any ideas for future topics or videos you would like to see, I am very much open to hearing all opinions. Again, thank you. And I always say I'm gonna try and keep doing these more frequently, and I can only do my best in that department by saying I will try my best. Now go out there and share with everybody and become a part of the bigger creating community. And eventually, it'll all come back. Till the next time.